I have just listened to one very stupid audio from a very useless, very useless individual, an arrogant beast, a wicked devil. Yes, as if there is even a good devil. A wicked devil who parades himself as a patriot, who lacks wisdom to handle situations in moments of crisis, whose only job is to fuel the crisis, who claims that he is against incitement, yet he is busy inciting citizens against fellow citizens. And he claims that his mission is to end Ambazonian terrorism. Where on earth have you ever seen where guns put an end to terrorism? Just show me one example. Where on earth? He claims that the only solution to put an end to what he refers to as Ambazonian terrorism is to kill all the Amba terrorists. I begin to wonder whether a woman actually became pregnant, carried this devil in her womb for 9 months, then went through labor and gave birth to this thing who calls himself a human being. And he actually said that and circulated it, and idiots, educated idiots, professors who are idiots, government officials who are idiots, are busily sharing such message. And to them, they are patriots. The same thing that incited violence, the same thing that instigated brutality and killings in Southwest and Northwest, is the same thing we want to use to end what we started. Oh boy, wake up. Wake up. First of all, many years ago, in terms of decades, the Americans, the almighty America, boasted, they bragged, public, on the television, on the radio, on the newspaper, everywhere, that they have killed all the terrorists, the Talibans in Afghanistan. Today, Afghanistan is being governed, has been taken over by the same Talibans that the almighty Americans claim that they are done with. Where does these ones, where do they come from? The Talibans who are controlling America today, where do they come from? How on earth could an individual who have gone through primary school could think that they can succeed to kill all terrorists? How? What machine, what thermometer, what witchcraft do they use to know all the terrorists, all their locations, all their operations, and track them all and kill them all? Only God can do that. For an individual to claim that that is the cure, and that actually Cameroon government can do that. No, that is more than that's more than a nightmare. It's more than a nightmare. You're dreaming. Wake up from that sleep. Wake up. Hear me. To the extent of referring to Ambazonians as terrorists, you think by doing that you make yourself a Cameroonian patriot, right? You are stupid. Very, very stupid. You think you are more Cameroonian than by calling them terrorists? You think you are more of a Cameroonian than those of us who don't call them terrorists, right? My brother, wake up, okay? Wake up. The Prime Minister, Chief Dr. Diongute, has never, ever called them terrorists. All right? The President of the Republic, President Paul Biya, has never, ever called them terrorists. Where did you learn this from? Who gave you the authority to call them terrorists? What I heard from the Prime Minister, what I heard from ministers who have sense, ministers that they have kebon, sense in their brain, they refer to them as combatants. In Nigeria, there was an incident in Nigeria in 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. The Niger Delta agitation, they were agitating for secession because of marginalization. The president then, his name was Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, may he so rest in peace. He never referred to any of the Niger Delta militants as terrorists. As a result, he calmed down the situation. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria took over in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Now, the Biafrans began to agitate. He referred to them as terrorists. That's so that they multiply like water. They are multiplying like water. Oh boy, wake up. Don't be surprised that these same people they refer to as terrorists, these same Biafrans they refer to as terrorists, don't be surprised that they are the ones behind a particular candidate who is making much wave as a presidential candidate in Nigeria. And tomorrow, Aso Rock will be occupied by a so-called sympathizer of terrorists. You made it happen. You foolish people who don't have brain. You made it happen. You made it happen. You made it happen. For crying out loud. You cannot end terrorism, if at all it is terrorism. You cannot end terrorism with guns. You cannot. You cannot. Nobody on earth can end terrorism with guns. That person is not born. You cannot. As a matter of fact, you cannot use violence to end violence. As a matter of fact. You can't. Nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. Ethiopia has the same situation like Cameroon. And the Prime Minister of Ethiopia is prescribing negotiation with the separatist armed carriers. Chad has almost the same situation. And recently, the Chadian transitional president had a peace accord with his people in Qatar. 40 years ago, Senegal have had fight with armed separatists in Senegal. And of recent, in Guinea-Bissau, President Macky Sall had a peace accord with the armed separatists in Senegal. Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast have had the same situation in 2009, 2010, and the same method was applied. They had a peace agreement. And your own prescription is to kill. Since you've been killing, how far have you gone? And the idiot went far to say, the idiot, yes, he's an idiot. He went far to say that peace has returned to Libya since they have killed all the terrorists. I pity fools who listen to such monkey. Yes, I pity fools who listen to such monkey. They don't love our country. They are on contract to sink Cameroon, and they pretend to be patriots. That since they have killed all the terrorists. So you, when you listen to me, you believe so they don't finish all terrorists of Libya. In your mind, in your dream, you believe so. Then in that case, the recent Libya elites meeting, whether they would have held in Menji. Why didn't they hold it in Menji? Why did they hold it in Fontem? They went and hold it in Buya. I thought we said all the terrorists are dead in Libya. They would have had their meeting in Menji or in Fontem, but they went to Buya. All right? The governor went there to install an SDU. His journalist was an armed military man. You understand? Who are we deceiving? And you say normalcy have returned? You say normalcy have returned. Who are we deceiving? Friends, the people who are preaching to you that those advocating for dialogue are business people, they are the business people because they make money through arms. You know how much money goes through for arms? To have an armored car, do you know how much money is being paid? To buy an armored car, to buy one AK, to buy bullets. They make huge money. When the minister wants to go there, you know what it means for a military helicopter to go to one of these conflict zones? You know how much it costs? That is how they make their money. Plenty of millions, if not billions. Sometimes even trillions. Yes, sometimes even trillions. So that they can continue to fill their pockets with blood money. They're lying to you that those that want dialogue are the business people. You are a wicked devil. You will die a very bad death. Your children's children will never know peace. Your great-great-grandchildren will never have peace for having this level of wickedness towards the people of Southern Cameroons. To think that you love them by pretending to the population that you love them, of which you are the evil person destroying our community. First of all, without the military option, there would not be any war up to today. And without the military option, we'll not get to where we are today. Have this in your mind. Anyone preaching to you, hear me very well. My name is Success Nkongho. Today is the 14th day of August 2022. Any devil telling you this. Paul said it in the epistle, say, even though I or an angel preaches to you any other gospel than that which we have preached to you, let the person be accursed. Accursed came from a Greek word anathema, which means you are doomed to eternal destruction. Then he said again in the next verse, say, even though I or an angel from heaven preaches to you any other gospel than that which we have preached to you, let the person be accursed. I, Success Nkongho, I'm saying, anybody, be it an angel, be it a pope, be it a cardinal, be it someone who came from heaven this evening, comes and tells you that the military option is yielding result and that is the best option to the crisis in Cameroon other than dialogue, that person is accursed. If tomorrow I turn my back and begin to preach the military option, let me be doomed to eternal destruction. That is the height of wickedness. I don't love people. I don't love Cameroon. I don't love Southern Cameroon. These are devils. How can you want to stop hate through hate? How do you want to stop bullet through bullet? How do you want to stop violence through violence? How? Which university teaches this kind of lesson? So which school will go? We go which school? Which school we go? Which school we go? I say, ma ask you a practical question. If I slap you You slap me back, fight go day. The answer is yes. But if I slap you, you not slap me back, fight go day. The answer is no. Nobody goes to a boxing ring waiting for the opponent. And when the opponent comes, he boxes the opponent runs away. And the person still remains in the ring. The reason we are still in the ring is because we are applying the wrong method. Once we allow the agitators to agitate, nobody is responding to kill, to brutalize, to torture. No, well, everybody go pack their luggage. Oh boy, forget this thing they are deceiving you. Forget this. You are sharing it. One thing that baffles me is that some very stupid, hungry idiots who call themselves ex-combatants, they're also sharing such message. The question I will answer and say, how will they if they be killing you for they alive for to share this message today? So you say even get more for call your former colleagues as terrorists. Hungry not be fighting. You get more for call your former colleagues. Just imagine you were a former prostitute. All right? They come preach for you. You repent. They preach for your friend, you not repent. Now you become an evangelist. Now, instead for you to go preach the gentle gospel where they preach for you, you repent. You go now for the Ashawo Center. You say, you be prostitute, you be bug there, you be this. You go die, you go to fire. Now, gospel that. You are threatening them. Did they threaten you? Did they threaten you? Until you're even promising to go and kill them. My brother, stop this rubbish. These government officials who are allowing, if I be anything for Cameroon, this idiot, I don't arrest them. I not be only here alone. There are ministers I've even mentioned their name. I've mentioned the name of Minister Tanganji before, and I still mention it now. I have said in many of my articles that they should ask Minister Tanganji not to make any public statement concerning this crisis until the crisis is over, because whatever he says instigate people. And I'm saying it again. Not be all man get good talk from up. Not be all man. That's how this thing start. Minister Tanganji, Isa Chiruma, Professor Gogobo, they went on television and instigated people. Some of you don't really have the story. I have it. They said things that send people to the streets. These people should stay quiet. May they seal their lips. May they chop their money quiet for their ministerial position. We don't hear for them. But they don't have what it takes to end this crisis. They only have what it takes to fuel it. And maybe because they are making huge profit from it. Please. This country belongs to all of us. My papa and my mommy come out of that country. Okay? Maybe this idiot way they talk so will not even know the ancestral root. My papa and my mommy come out of that country. My papa don't serve that country as a uniform officer. In case you don't know, my papa don't serve that country as a uniform officer for that same country. So, I'm going to be very careful. All this country belongs to we. We can't spoil country because we get chop for chop. The authentic and durable solution to this crisis, they even go to the extent for say, when I want to end Anglophone crisis, not concerning. It's a fool. For your information. The Anglophone crisis gave birth to the Ambazonian whatever. Okay? Without the Anglophone crisis, we will not get. There's what we call cause and effect for life. Without the Anglophone crisis, this thing called Ambazonian whatever will not ever get them. It is the marginalization of the Anglophones that gave birth to the separatist movement, which you refer to as a terrorist. And by calling them terrorists does not make you more of a Cameroonian than any of us. You just say, we get sense, you not get sense. That's the difference. We pity our people, you not pity our people. You don't talk many times, so you don't even get nothing for loss. After all, you need to stay for Cameroon, you need to stay for Africa. You don't get nothing for loss, but I wonder what you define for Cameroon every day. Where the best way they work, you define what for Cameroon every day. See, I don't even talk, I don't ever talk about you. But when you are making statement that is pushing the crisis never to end, I will talk. Please. I will talk. Stop this rubbish. Nonsense. Until some idiots are even spreading the message. They should know who you are by now. They should know who you are. Nobody needs to even tell anybody. Anybody who finish primary school, complete primary school, will know who you be by now. They don't need to tell anybody who you be. If I'm Barcelona enough, you ever kidnap you, who even know whether they ever kidnap you to true or not? If nobody ever kidnap you, if I ever talk. So you are talking out of agitation. Me, I'm talking out of passion. Two different people. You agitate for retaliate. Me, I be passionate for fix things. These are two different people. We not belong to the same camp. Stop inciting, instigating violence, causing the death, the destruction of our land, our people. Please. I just say the work for which military, for which country. If to true the work, they go and concentrate down, do your work there. You don't get nothing. If you are looking for ministerial position, when one thing is wrong, you can't apply for your ministerial position. Who don't tell you say Dailogue give money? Dailogue give money for who? Eh? And even if Dailogue give money, you know better make Dailogue give person money than make Block give person money. Eh? Check them very well. Mediators, negotiators, they are more respected than warlords. Who for this world ever get war prize? It's a Nobel war prize. Is war a noble thing? But people get Nobel Peace Prize because they are peace evangelists. All lives matter. You must value the lives of people. You kill me, I kill you. It's no life. It's a life of animals. Even animals don't grow beyond that. Rubbish.